Hello and welcome to House of Halloween. Today we'll make a skull with light up eyes like this one. Stay tuned, friends.
Hey everybody. So this is the House of Halloween. This is my tutorial, is this skull with the light up eyes. So it's a really simple tutorial. It'll only take 15 minutes to make. And the first 20 subscribers who send me a message, I will give this away. I'll send this to you for free. So make sure you subscribe and then leave a personal message if you wanna be in the drawing for this. So it should be a good tutorial. Thanks. So the first thing you need is a plastic skull. In a hollow plastic skull works better. You could use styrofoam, but it's just going to be a little bit harder to drill the holes and stuff in it. But anyway, this is just a skull that I got from a Halloween store or whatever, and painted it. So you need that, and then you're going to need this kind of light, and this is a 6-volt little panel light, pilot light. And I'll put the link to it in the description. So it says it's a pilot light red incandescent, and then I'll give you the model number. But it's made by linrose. So if you want to get these same lights, you can use LED. I don't think they look as good personally when they light up. I just think these look better because they're not really projecting light. They're more like just illuminating, so that's why I like to use these bulbs. I got them at a local store, but anyway, I found them on eBay, so I mean on Amazon. So the second thing is when you light them up, the bottom, this inside lights up too. So I put tape around it like this, so it's not lighting up the inside, just the end of the light bulb like that. So these holes, the diameter of this light is 5/16. So you want to drill your holes in the eyeballs 5/16, obviously, and you want it to be sort of tight so they don't, they're not moving around a lot, but just because they're going to go in the front like this. So this one's actually a little bit big, but we're going to glue them in so it sits in like that. And this hole, I don't know. Let's see how big this hole is. This hole is about, it doesn't really matter, 3/4 of an inch. Drill it an inch or so. That gives you plenty of room for the wires to come out the bottom. So when you're fishing these wires in here, they can be a little bit tricky. So I fished one light in here and then just taped the edges down like that, and then so it would stay there. And then I fished the other side in there. Just bend the wire so it goes back. And if you have trouble, sometimes it helps if you have some of these hemostats like this kind where you can just reach in there and grab the wires and pull them out. If you have a pair of those, or needle nose pliers may help, but just be persistent and they'll come out when you get your wires out like that. So the other thing is you need a battery pack for this, and these are 6-volt bulbs, so I just use 3 batteries, and that's 4.5 volts, so that's enough. You can get these at Radio Shack or wherever you get electronics. It's nothing special. This was used off some other costume I had, so I just used it. But anyway, all you need, and then you can just get some speaker wire, whatever wire you have. It doesn't have to be thick wire. I just use speaker wire, just so it's long enough, a foot or two, which should be fine, just so you can hide the battery pack somewhere. And I use black wire so you can't see it as much, because yellow wire won't work as good unless you paint it. Alright, so you got all these wires sticking out of here, and what you're going to do is just tie these two together. Tape always sticks to there. Tie 2 legs, the 2 different light legs together. That's one leg, and then tie the other ones together. Oh, it didn't stay together. Just twist them. And then twist them. Keep twisting, because they're not sticking together. All right, so you got one leg of each light together, and you're running them in parallel, and that should work fine. And then you got your battery wires, which are these little baby thin wires. And then you just tie one wire each side. So you're actually only getting like 4.5 volts, even though there's 6 volt. It lights up plenty bright. You just tie each leg onto each side of the light. So you're in effect making it parallel instead of in series. Which, when I light this up, you should see it's plenty bright. Even though the voltage doesn't matter, they're still plenty bright. As long as you use new batteries, I mean, you can see that's pretty good. Plenty bright. And it'll run for a long time too. 3-4 hours probably at least. So if anybody's wondering what this is over here, this is my cat who apparently wants to be in the video today. That's Jimby. So Jimby is co-starring in the video today as well as licking her back. So you got these wires all tied up, and this is a good use for like a clamp because it keeps the wires from going back in. Just this hemostat, just clamp it on there, and then that makes it easy for the wires not to keep falling back in the thing. So just before you get this all sewed up, you just want to double check your lights are working, which they are. And then I use some shrink wrap, which is that little shrink tubing which you apply heat to, and it shrinks over your connections right here. You can get that at like Radio Shack or online. And or you can just use electrical tape, whatever, like this stuff. Just tape your wires together, and then when you're done, you can just you can tape it all up, or you can just tuck them back in like this. And you can just take a piece of tape, or I haven't really figured out a good way to do this. I guess you could cut it and then stick the wire in where it's cut, like that. You can just do that and tape it, or cut a little hole in there so it'll fit in there, and we can just glue it in there so it'll stick out the bottom like this. So when it sits on the table, it's just kind of out of the way. It'll go behind, so like that. All right, we haven't glued the eyes in, so what you're just going to do is just run a thin bit of glue around the eyeballs, just around the edge. If you use too much, it's going to look all globby. So you can actually take it and put some glue on the edge right here, right on the edge, just a little bit, and then push it back in, and that should hold it pretty good. So then when you're done with gluing those in, what I had to do was I had to take some real dark brown paint. This is raw umber paint, and because even when you drill these out, it's going to leave probably some white plastic there, so just carefully paint around the edge of the eyes so it covers that up. You can use black paint or real dark brown, it doesn't matter. So it's pretty simple. That's pretty much it. You got your wires all hooked up, switch the switch on, the eyes light up, good to go. And it looks really good at nighttime. It looks more like eyes than I think LEDs would look. And I'm going to do another video where I'm going to show you how to paint this skull, because a lot of times when you first get them, they look kind of like this, and it doesn't look as good, realistic to me. Well, not necessarily this shade of white, but like all the dirt and everything. So I'm going to do another video, so I'll put the link to that in there, and you can make it. I think it makes it a lot better when you paint it up real nice, because it's a little bit more realistic than say this, which is not as, it's not quite as dirty and scary as this one is. So alright, so that's basically the whole thing. Right. So again, I'm going to be raffling this off to the first 20 subscribers that leave me a message, and I'll send this to you for free. You can win this skull, and yes, including shipping and handling. I'll pay for that. And all you gotta do is leave a personal message with your email address or however you want me to contact you, and whoever wins that raffle. And I'll do the raffle on a YouTube too. I'll make a video of the raffle. Anyway, so leave a message if you want to get this, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, just leave a message. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.